I want to tell you the story of a church that felt called to build relationships with residents of a neighborhood about 1 mile from their church building. Initial listening conversations indicate that a summer youth sports camp might be a good way to meet the desire of local parents to have safe places to send their kids during the day. After a few years of running these camps, the program is a success. The church has a sizable base of kids who love the camp, and a few families have even started attending the youth ministry because of it. But after a couple of years of camps, the church starts to notice something else. An abnormally high number of kids from the neighborhood who come to the church camp have asthma. One of the coaches remarks that he has more kids this summer who have asthma than he has seen working at his high school in the nearby suburb for the whole time he has worked there. As the church starts to look into this more, they realize there's a history at play. This neighborhood is sandwiched between a massive highway and an industrial zone with a constant stream of diesel trucks driving through day and night, dropping off recycling materials. It's the only residential neighborhood in the city where the land use rules allow this kind of recycling facility to exist, and they discovered through their research that air pollution in the neighborhood is higher than 99% of zip codes across the whole state. While a small group of residents is trying to raise awareness of the issue because the neighborhood has less money and fewer resources than the surrounding wealthy suburbs, when the industrial area was carved out, they were not able to get adequate protection from pollution. What has the church discovered? They have found that when they took the risk of loving their neighbor, they discovered that their neighbor's life was deeply shaped by local politics. Loving our neighbor fully does not involve merely caring for them or running effective programs, but also paying attention to how local politics shape the lives of our neighbors. What was true of pollution in this neighborhood is also true of housing across our region. The crisis does not simply happen to us. It has been shaped by the decades of decisions about what may be built, where it may be built, and who gets to live in communities with opportunity. We at Faith in Housing believe that Southern California's housing crisis is deeply interconnected. We see tens of thousands of our neighbors sleeping outside, hundreds of thousands of families spending nearly everything they earn to remain housed, and younger generations increasingly shut out of homeownership. These conditions did not simply happen. They reflect decades of public choices about what kinds of homes can be built, where they can be built, and who gets to live in communities with opportunity. Of course, getting involved in politics is messy and risky. Many Christians of all backgrounds rightly point to examples of churches that were co-opted by political forces and lost their ability to speak the truth. But there is a profound moral risk in doing nothing. Something we see Queen Esther learn as she confronts the possibility of her people being wiped from the face of the earth by the evil schemes of the politician Haman. Esther rightly worried that getting involved would risk her standing and life. But her wise cousin Mordecai is quick to point out that doing nothing also posed a great risk to her life. He concludes by reminding her that she may have gained the power and influence of a queen for such a time as this. We believe the church has both a responsibility and an opportunity to respond. Churches should not become political organizations, but we do need Christians who are willing to listen to their neighbors, learn how housing decisions are made, speak with courage to public officials, and work alongside others for a city where more people can find a safe and stable home. Like Esther, we may discover that the relationships, institutions, and influence entrusted to us have been given for such a time as this. We invite you to take the next step with Faith in Housing. You can join our network to receive practical opportunities to learn, pray, gather, and take simple actions alongside other Christians. No one has to do everything, but each of us can do something faithful, and we invite you into that faithfulness today.